Okay, so let's work on problem 934 together. 934 is yield, calculating the yield. Now, the problem itself is defined yield with interpolation, but we don't need to use interpolation. We have calculators, and we're not gonna guess. We're gonna actually be able to calculate exactly what rate of return is required in this calculation. So the nice thing about the calculators is we can solve for any of these variables, okay, very easily. And that means the calculator gives us much more flexibility in business, because we can figure out any of these very, very quickly. And it would be relatively difficult to do that without a calculator, because you'd have to use the formula. And there are various formulas you'd have to learn in order to solve for these other variables. So let's take a look at this. CD-ROM has just given an insurance company $35,000. All right, so in this case, our present value is $35,000, and he's paid out $35,000. So we're going to go ahead and assign a negative to that number. In return, he will receive an annuity of $3,700. So he's going to receive a payment of $3,700 annually, okay, for 20 years. For 20 years, so that's N. And then after that annuity is over in 20 years, it's complete. There's nothing else that the insurance company is going to owe him, so the future value is 0. At what rate of return, at what rate of return must the insurance company invest this $35,000 in order to make the annual payments? That's the question. What is our rate of return that we need to enter, or what's the rate of return that the insurance company is expecting to be able to make these payments? So we can easily place these numbers into our calculators and solve for IY. In fact, we're going to push the compute button once we're done, and IY to get that rate. So let's go ahead and use our calculators now. If you want to turn it on and clear, and second FV, that clears time value of money. Hopefully you've watched a few of my other videos and you know that this is a critical component, making sure that we don't have any numbers pre-programmed into these buttons that we're going to be using. So go ahead and clear time value of money, and now we can program our numbers. So we're going to type the number 20 and then press the N key, type 35,000 and then the plus minus button, and that will convert that 35,000 to a negative. Okay, so if you push the plus minus button that's in the bottom right hand corner, that'll convert that $35,000 to a negative, and then push PV. Okay, and then our payment is $3,700. Payment button, and 0 for our future value. And now all we have to do is compute IY, and the answer we get is 8.51%. So if the insurance company receives $35,000 from this CD-ROM, and they have to invest it at 8.51% interest in order to generate the $3,700 annually to pay to him over a 20-year period. Now obviously an insurance company is in this for profit, so they would be betting on the probability of being able to earn more and therefore make a profit for their investors and for their company.